What's up, everybody? Okay, so I'm doing a quick video of what I'm doing for, I guess, brunch, breakfast, because it is 12:30 in the afternoon, but I woke up late-ish. So basically what I'm doing is some grits. This time I bought the old-fashioned grits as opposed to the quick grits that I usually buy. I want to try these out. I see them in Walmart. I'm like, you know what? Why not? I'm usually buying quick oatmeal, but I also got the old-fashioned back there, so I figured why not? If it's the same thing as the oatmeal, boom. It just takes longer to cook, you know. I just want something fiber today. So I also have some toast. And that's what I'm gonna have. Some grits and toast. This is wheat bread. I've been buying wheat bread for the longest time now. Um yeah, just I don't know, it's like I just thought about all the years of wheat bread that I ate. I mean the white bread, all the years of white bread that I ate, and it's just like, yeah, I can afford to make a change. And the only thing that really got me to switch to wheat bread was like somebody at my job when I was at work was like telling me about wheat bread and how it squishes up in your stomach, and it's, I don't know, just the image of it is like made me blah. And then I thought about it, I'm like, wheat bread is, I guess, more grainier for you as opposed to that like enriched white bread. So yeah, I switched to it. Usually I have a cheaper bread. I was at Walmart, so I had to like they didn't have no store brand bread, which I felt some type of way about. So I had to pay like $2 and some change for a bread. I can get wheat bread at Aldi's for like 89 cents. Even at my job, it's $1.19, but I wasn't there, so I had to make it do. I probably should have waited. I actually probably should have stayed at a Walmart in the first place, but that's another story for another time. So like I said, what I'm doing is grits and I'm gonna say grits and oatmeal. That'd be weird. No, grits and some toast, and I got some jelly right here. I got some real butter over here. Question for y'all: do y'all leave y'all butter out on the counter? For those of y'all that have that real butter, not the margarine or the imperial or the blue bonnet, that's margarine. That's whatever you call that. That's butter spread. Which nothing against it, but I'm asking about the real butter. Do y'all leave it out on the counter? Because y'all know how hard it is when I first put it in the refrigerator and how long it takes to get soft. Um, for me, I was like taking it out. Then when I'm done, putting it back in the refrigerator. But then I might need it and forget to take it out, so I gotta wait for it to get. You know what I mean? I just got tired of that, so I just left it out on the counter. And they don't stick around long. Like sticks of butter aren't as big as they used to be. This whole thing would have been when I put a whole stick of butter in here. It doesn't even come up to the end. It comes up to about like maybe like right here, or like right here. So yeah, it's just like I don't know if they're making the dishes, the butter dishes, too big. I got this from Dollar Tree, but I don't know if they're making it them bigger or they're making the sticks smaller. They're probably making them smaller, even though they're still saying that they're 1 pound, 16 ounce packs, and each stick is like a quarter of a pound or whatever. I don't know. So yeah, leave y'all comments down below about the whole butter thing. I'm just curious as to what y'all do. I know some probably gonna say, "Oh, that's not safe. You're gonna listen." Okay, you buy real butter, and not take your butter out and try to spread that on some bread. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, as much stuff as they put in this food nowadays, that butter's not going to spoil. Okay, this is not the 1800s. Hell, there's three ingredients on the real butter, y'all. Y'all know to buy real butter. There's three ingredients on there: cream, salt, and something else. Or it's this basically like milk, cream, and salt, or something like that. Pretty much. This is what I'm talking about. When you go to the store and you see the unsalted or salted butter that comes four in a pack, this is what I'm talking about. The real butter. This is what everybody calls real butter, I guess. I just call it butter, as opposed to margarine. Like I'm really specific with the names. Or you just say the name brand. Like I used to buy Imperial. My mom, she buys Blue Bonnet or whatever. Back when I was growing up, I live in Akron, Ohio. So back when I was growing up, we had this local uh company called Tasty Pure Foods or something like that. And they make this local butter called Sumner's, which is basically their almost said their brand. It is their brand, but it's not, it's a name brand. And my grits should be done. Let's see. I set a timer for 17 minutes because you can go up to 20 minutes with these. Okay, shut up. That's annoying. And I think they're done. Let me see. I had to add water to these because I didn't like the consistency of how they were cooking. There we go. I think that's actually good. Because before it'll thicken up. I know it looks like soup, y'all, but whenever these sit, they thicken up. I'm gonna let them sit right here and give them a good stir. I don't like my grits to be runny, but I don't like them to be thick either. Like, there's a lot of grits in here. I put half a cup of grits in here and a cup and a half of water, and I ended up adding about another half a cup in here. So, like I said, it don't look like it's thick, but trust me, they're thick. They're actually just the way I want them to be, actually. What I've been trying to get them to come out like. So those are perfect. So let me go ahead and turn those bad boys off. I was going to do a cooking video like for the first time, but I couldn't keep the phone steady and look through the phone to see what I'm doing. Then look at this. It was just too much. So one day I'll do a cooking video whenever I get the right equipment. I need something that can hold my phone in one spot without paying an arm and a leg. So I'm going to go ahead and put my toast in here. Like I said, it's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but hey, it's all breakfast for me. Okay, that. Put that bad boy down. I gotta work on my filming skills, so this is probably like my practice. I'll be trying to look through the camera to make sure it's in the right place, and look at my food outside the camera to make sure it's in the right place. And yeah, it's really weird. I'm new to this, y'all. Don't judge me. Put the bread back over here. Okay. I have not used my coffee pot, y'all. For those of y'all that see my coffee pot video, I have not used it yet. It's been used maybe one time, and it hasn't been by me. Poor thing. Whatever. Okay, so my toast is gone. My grits are over here. Let me put some more butter in here, even though I put butter in the water. Grits needs butter, y'all. That's flavor. I like salted butter too. I don't like that unsalted butter. I don't know. I just feel like I want that salty hint of butter. Like I want that buttery, salty flavor. It just makes a difference. I ain't trying to watch my sodium and all that craziness. Hell. Freak all that. You only live once, you can die tomorrow, and you trying to be all skinny. Okay, so let that melt on down in there. Let's see what else. I like sugar in my grits. I don't like that whole salty, savory. I don't like savory grits. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to eat them, but that's how I do mine. So you do your stuff in your kitchen. This is how I do my stuff. I just don't care for salty or what do you call them, savory grits. Now, if I'm eating shrimp and grits, that's one thing. My toast is done. But anyway, yeah, I don't just, if y'all doing shrimp and grits or something with, as a dinner food, then that's different. But for breakfast by themselves, I like my grits sweet. Sometimes I use brown sugar, which is what I have in here. Y'all know nothing about that thing on bread and y'all sugar, brown sugar. For those of y'all that know that, leave me a comment down below. That's old school, y'all. That's old school. So these containers. And then I got my white sugar. Well, I started buying that raw sugar that come in the green bags from Save-A-Lot. I think it's called Marina or something like that. I don't know. It's pure cane sugar. It's not like that, white sugar. That's another thing that I switched to recently. I'm trying to make healthier decisions in my life without making whole big changes or whatever, because I'm going to still eat my sugar. I'm going to still eat my butter. But just, being more, I don't know, not healthier, but different. I don't know, whatever. Go ahead and put some sugar in these grits. I don't have no measurements. Or I mean, I don't have no set amount that I like in my grits. I try to do like maybe 1 spoonful, and then that usually is enough. Sometimes I do 2. I think I'm gonna do 2 because I have a whole lot of grits. Maybe I do half of that. Boom. I know I just said I don't measure, but for me, that's just how I know how to do it. That's what I do every time. This stuff is really sweet. This stuff is not that white sugar, so you kind of have to. I found that out the hard way. I thought I was using the same amount for my as my regular sugar, and yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, I found that out the hard way. I think I was making oatmeal or tea or something, and I put like 3 spoonfuls of that, and it was like, oh my gosh, it was so overwhelming. The crazy part was I tasted it before I actually put it in there, and I tasted it and it was a lot sweeter. It was like how real sugar, like how the white sugar used to taste back in the day. So, yeah, that was a learning experience for me. So my butter is melted. I'm going to go ahead and mix this in. This is really hard with one hand. Like, I don't see how people do this. But it's just me. I ain't got nobody to help me film, so I'll make it do what it do, y'all. Make it do what it do. I just said dooch. What? Why can't I talk today? My brain and mouth are still asleep. My brain and mouth are sleeping in, y'all. I'm off. It's whatever. Okay, that should be mixed enough. Go ahead and taste it with this melted spoon. Okay.